Y&R Spoilers reveal that Billy has always been a daredevil and is not afraid to venture into dangerous waters to get what he wants. This week, he devotes all his attention to learning about Aristotle Dumas, a mysterious figure whose moves always make Genoa City businessmen unpredictable. Billy clearly understands that if he loses the advantage in the deal with Dumas, he and the corporation may lose an opportunity that cannot be measured in money. Therefore, he meets Amanda, a woman with whom he once had unforgettable memories, but who is now a card that he needs to take advantage of. Under the yellow lights in the hallways of the Chancellor building, Billy tries every way to get information from Amanda about Dumas. He does not just ask random questions but also asks sharp questions, trying to probe the meaning in Amanda's every look, every breath, because he believes that no matter how clever she is, she cannot completely hide her true thoughts. Billy also asks Amanda to help him score points in the meeting that Dumas keeps postponing, which puts Amanda in a difficult position, because she knows that any move can have unexpected consequences. The atmosphere of suspicion is even thicker when Sally, with her sharp instincts and always alert intuition, does not hesitate to express her doubts about Amanda to Billy. Sally has been a survivor of intrigue and turmoil in Los Angeles, so she is no stranger to the power plays and calculations behind seemingly harmless faces. At the same time, Devin is also searching for the hidden truth behind Amanda's actions, but his path leads him through Damien, a rising figure in recent big deals. When talking to Damien about Amanda, Devin hopes to hear an honest confirmation or at least small signs that will help him analyze the situation. Damien insisted that he had never heard of Amanda. His words seemed extremely convincing, his eyes were cold, his gestures were taciturn, but Devin still could not completely trust that appearance. He understood that in this Genoa City, everything could be just a sophisticated cover-up to cover up the shocking truths behind. While Billy, Sally, and Devin were busy with their doubts, Phyllis was the one who always wanted to grasp all the secrets of the world around her. When she discovered that Amanda was working as a legal advisor for Dumas, Phyllis was surprised and became even more involved in finding out about this connection. Amanda, knowing that any connection with Dumas could drag her name into a whirlpool of scandal, tried her best to stay away from Dumas as well as refuse any sponsorship from him. However, in this world, the retreat of a smart woman like Amanda makes those around her even more suspicious, thinking that this avoidance is a sign that Amanda is hiding something important, possibly related to the secret plans that Dumas is secretly plotting to manipulate the market. At the same time, Claire, who is young but ambitious, has planned to make an offer to Victor at the party. Claire always understands that to advance in the world of giants like Victor, she must grasp the right moment, choose the right strategy and know how to combine confidence with courage. However, Claire is met with skepticism. Victor, a tycoon with many years of battle experience, always asks hundreds of questions before every opportunity presented to him, especially when those offers come from someone who is too new to his world. But what Victor pays the most attention to this week is not the business plans, but Nikki. He spent a lot of time planning to make Nikki's birthday an unforgettable day. Small but meaningful actions were enough for Nikki to feel that, no matter how many storms this life has, Victor's love and care for her will always be intact and warm as in the beginning. On May 21st, when Y&R aired a special episode with a joyful and romantic atmosphere, the focus was placed on the city's three great couples. Victor and Nikki, after many ups and downs, storms, still stand together as a testament to love that overcomes all boundaries of time and challenges. Michael and Lauren, a couple whose intelligence, perseverance, and loyalty helped them overcome many storms to keep a complete family. And finally, Jack and Diane, two people who seemed to have lost everything, but found new happiness together when there seemed to be nothing left to hope for. Under the warm light, all the sweetness, tenderness, and laughter become precious medicine to soothe the hardships of people who are already too familiar with pain and loss. Meanwhile, Audra is still a cunning woman who knows how to exploit every loophole to achieve her goals. The trap she set for Kyle is not only a simple plan to eliminate a rival, but also an affirmation to everyone that Audra can manipulate even the most powerful men in Genoa City. Claire, with her experience and sensitivity, tried to warn Kyle, but Kyle's obsession with asserting his position in the Abbott family made him listen to no one, even when he knew he was on the brink of a new crisis. In the last days of May, the atmosphere in Genoa City became thick with intrigue, suspicion, and hidden secrets. Billy continued to follow Amanda, trying to find the smallest clues related to Dumas. He was willing to challenge all moral limits, even his own standards, just to find the truth. Amanda is constantly faced with the feeling of being squeezed between two great forces, both wanting to protect her career and unable to deny that her connection to Dumas could open a new door for her life, or it could be a path leading to the abyss of failure and humiliation. Sally, Devon, Damien, Phyllis, all are racing against time and truth, each pursuing their own goals, but caught in the same vortex of forces, secrets, fragile hopes, and silent fears. Victor, while seemingly having overcome all the ups and downs, realizes that he must always maintain his position and not let anyone, even his closest loved ones, become a weakness for the enemy to exploit. Nikki, amidst the days filled with joy and love, always has to remind herself that all happiness in this city is more fragile than ever. On her birthday, next to Victor, she felt more clearly than ever the meaning of the moments together, of the simple little things that over the years they had to exchange for blood, tears, and even times when they thought they had lost everything. On the other side of happiness, Diane fell into a spiral of anxiety with no way out. The fear of losing her child, the fear of past secrets being exposed, the fear that Kyle's decisions would push the Abbott family into a new war, all like endless waves. Jack, although enjoying peaceful days next to Diane, still could not escape the feeling of insecurity about the storms that were about to come. He realized that, whenever new secrets were revealed, the peace he had worked so hard to build became more fragile than ever. The battle between truth and lies, between loyalty and betrayal, between trust and suspicion would continue endlessly in Genoa City. Each character, with their own secrets and motivations, will have to face difficult choices, and the price to pay for the truth will never be cheap. Behind the smiles, the glances, the birthday wishes is an underground world of intrigue, competition, and love that still has many scars that have not healed. The last days of May will be a warning bell for everyone, that in this place, no secret lasts forever, no balance is sustainable against the storms of ambition, and no one can predict what will come when, once again, the secrets begin to reveal themselves. The power struggles and a series of mysteries about Aristotle Dumas's actions have never cooled down. For Abby, Dumas's sudden appearance and unusual actions related to Winters are not something she can ignore, especially when the parent company, family, and the long-term stability of the entire system are facing new challenges. Therefore, as soon as she had the opportunity, Abby proactively met Amanda, with a clear purpose, to find out the true purpose of Dumas through the most trusted woman by his side. The meeting did not take place in the usual friendly atmosphere. Abby is no longer the young lady who is afraid of conflict, but now exudes the toughness and determination of a woman who has experienced too many ups and downs, understanding that only frankness and determination can help her protect the most important things. She looked at Amanda with a probing gaze. Each question she asked did not hide her suspicion and invisible pressure. Abby wanted to confirm once again whether Amanda's acceptance of Dumas's legal representation was truly for the common good, or just a ploy to cover up her plans to take over Winters. In response to Abby's questioning, Amanda was not shaken at all, still maintaining the calm, confident demeanor that had been tempered through many years of being a lawyer and standing in the midst of uncompromising business battles. Amanda frankly affirmed that Dumas himself had never and did not intend to harm Winters. On the contrary, he wanted to protect the company, for the long-term values that an entire generation had built. Amanda realized that Abby's worries were reasonable, because in a world where every secret could be used as a weapon, the appearance of someone like Dumas would certainly create unpredictable undercurrents. Amanda tried to explain to Abby that sometimes, Dumas's moves were simply strategic moves to protect long-term interests, not takeover tricks. However, Amanda also understood that her words could not completely reassure Abby, especially when she had experienced enough betrayals and shocks about changes in people's hearts in the business world. Amanda even felt that, with just one strange sign, Abby would not hesitate to go to the end of everything to protect her family and company. However, Abby was not the only one putting pressure on Amanda. The pressure from Billy increased day by day, especially when he realized that Amanda was the key to helping him access the deepest secrets about Dumas. Billy was used to controlling, manipulating, or at least mastering the game. But this time everything seemed to fall out of control when facing an Amanda who was too determined and brave. He wanted Amanda to be on his side, to support all plans, so that he could control all her actions related to Dumas, even not hesitating to make veiled threats about the consequences if Amanda did not cooperate. The more impatient Billy became, the more determined Amanda became. In her heart, Amanda knew the value of honesty and professional principles. For her, any move that violated the commitment to keep client confidentiality was unacceptable, no matter where the pressure came from, including Billy, who she had been close to, understood well, and had seen the dark side of power and ambition many times. Amanda understood that once she let her principles down, everything she had built for so long would collapse, her personal reputation would be damaged, her career would be destroyed, and most importantly, her conscience as a lawyer would never be forgiven. Therefore, in the face of all the pressure and threats, Amanda still maintained her stance, protected her privacy, and kept Dumas' secret. That made Billy even more determined. Curiosity mixed with anger urged him to find every way to expose the truth, even if it meant crossing ethical boundaries or breaking professional rules. Billy understood that power in his hands only truly had meaning when he controlled the information, and at this point, Amanda was the biggest obstacle preventing him from accessing what he wanted. The battle of wits between Amanda and Billy, between loyalty to customers and personal ambition for power, made the atmosphere increasingly tense. Not only was it a battle of reason and morality, it was also a hidden battle of past traumas, where each person had their own fears. Amanda feared betraying the values she had pursued all her life, Billy feared losing control and being left behind in the race of secrets. Every time Billy acted tough, even vaguely mentioning the consequences Amanda might face if she didn't stand by him, Amanda became even colder and tougher, telling herself that in the business world, only principles could help her survive in the long run. These days, Genoa City is shrouded in a fog of mystery, where everyone can feel the undercurrents churning beneath the calm surface. Abby keeps scrutinizing Amanda, sometimes looking for confirmation in every glance, every blink of an eye, as if to discover even the smallest crack in Amanda's story. Amanda, on the other hand, knows that not only is she facing a great challenge, but every word and action of hers can become a tool for others to exploit, distort, or use for their own purposes. Dumas himself is also a large shadow lurking behind, always keeping silent, not appearing, making all the speculation about his motives even more mysterious. Amanda's protection of Dumas's secret only made people like Billy believe that there was more to the story, perhaps a takeover plan, or a plot to protect the shocking secrets related to Winters and the city's business community. Under increasing pressure, Amanda still chose to maintain her integrity and honesty, telling herself that if she could not protect her professional principles in this situation, then there would be no other time. Every night returning to her small room, Amanda looked at herself in the mirror, looking deep into the eyes that reflected the image of a mature woman, strong enough to endure any storm, even though there were many challenges ahead. Billy, meanwhile, became more and more alone in his search for the truth. His steps became more urgent, his decisions decisive but sometimes reckless. He is willing to trade old relationships, willing to break moral boundaries just to grasp the ultimate power of information. However, the more Billy tries to control Amanda, the more he realizes that the greatest strength does not always come from power, but also lies in the steadfastness and determination of a person who knows what he is fighting for. The battle of wits between Amanda and Billy, between Abby and Dumas, between power and morality, between secrets and truth, all blend into a complex but also fascinating picture. In that world, each character is forced to find his own answer: what is truly most important, victory, honor, or loyalty to himself. And as all the secrets are gradually revealed, only time is the most honest witness to every choice of each person in Genoa City, where every day is a battle between conscience and ambition, between fear and hope, between falling down and the strength to stand up and start all over again. The atmosphere in Genoa City seemed to change. as if every street corner was silently waiting for something special to come. For Victor, there was no more meaningful event than Nikki's birthday, the woman he had fought for, protected and cherished all his life, despite the storms that had swept through this family. Victor had made a meticulous plan many days in advance. In his heart there was not only a feeling of silent happiness but also the nostalgia of an old man, always longing to bring joy to the wife who had accompanied him for so many years. He quietly watched Nikki, realizing that every little gesture of hers was enough to make his heart flutter, and then told himself that as long as they were together, every storm became small. When the birthday came, Victor devoted all his time to Nikki. He prepared each bouquet of white roses that she loved, personally selected gifts that were deeply memorable, and arranged a romantic party by pale yellow candlelight, where the two of them could sit together, look deeply into each other's eyes, recall old memories and hope for the road ahead. For Victor, happiness is not only about business achievements, not supreme power or position in the marketplace, but true happiness is sometimes just a silent moment being with the person you love, even though outside, the world is still spinning. That evening, when the sunset cast shadows through the large glass windows, Victor and Nikki enjoyed every peaceful, gentle moment as if nothing had ever happened to them. Victor looked at Nikki, realizing that the wrinkles at the corners of her eyes did not fade her beauty but only made it more profound, mature and worthy of respect. Nikki held Victor's hand tightly, her eyes shining with unspoken gratitude, because only those who have gone through years of hardship and ups and downs together can understand the true value of simple happiness. That night, the two exchanged warm blessings, recalled beautiful memories, recalled the times they overcame challenges together, and then promised to continue to stand side by side no matter what time and age might take away. Genoa City was not only for Victor and Nikki to enjoy the taste of happiness. In another space, Michael and Lauren also sat together, quietly looking back on the journey they had gone through. Michael understood that no one else but Lauren was the one who really helped him stand up after many falls, the one who gave him faith in a future better than anything he could imagine. Lauren always maintained a calm, gentle demeanor, a peaceful support whenever Michael was lost in the midst of worries. Between them, no need for flowery words, just a look, a smile is enough to heal all the cracks that have appeared. In the cozy space, both of them laughed when remembering the crazy challenges they had experienced, only to realize that it was those events that turned them into an inseparable couple in the heart of this calculating city. At the same time, Jack and Diane also had their rare moments of peace. After so many events, Diane thought that there would be nothing left but fear, but Jack's patience and tolerance helped her find herself again. Jack, whose heart had been broken so many times, finally learned to open up to accept Diane once again. That evening, they quietly leaned on each other, enjoying the sweet aftertaste of a late but no less profound love. Jack realized that Diane's every smile was the greatest reward for all his efforts, and Diane understood that true love always exists, as long as people are brave enough to face and forgive the past. When the city lights fade away, all eyes turn to the new dawn, carrying the hope of a better future, knowing that tomorrow will still have challenges, storms, and perhaps even unexpected losses. But as long as we are together, and still keep our love, all the characters of Genoa City will continue that relentless journey, with the belief that, behind every pain, there is always an opportunity to start over.